Sandul Gamalpila has been particularly combative.
Ready?
Vishenka Silva not taking a step back either. It's been a reflection of how the two teams have played this game so far in this battle for the top spot in Group 1A. Dangerously bouncing this one. St. Peter's trying to rescue this ball after that kickoff was botched. Held up is the call, and Kalum Sandharuwan awards the scrum ball to the team that did not take it into the maul.
Number 8.
Vihan Rusit.
Number 8 back. 5 meter back.
Not taking that ball every time a kickoff bounces, SW.
5 meter.
You know it's dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. They waited for the bounce. They were watching that bouncing and dancing. Then picks it up. And there's no urgency rush to get the ball protected and clear their lines. Instead, they're facing the dangerous situation now.
So Wesley putting into the scrum almost exclusively from the right-hand side. Just trying to take the scrum half out of the defensive equation as Mohammad Fawaz powers his way towards the line. Here's Wadud. Lai stepping. Lays the ball back nicely, but hands in the ruck is the call, and it's the correct one indeed.
Number 6.
Lakindu Ranasinghe, referee Sandharuwan right on the spot, and he was on his haunches when he scooped that ball back. It's very clear, and Abdul Hadi has no hesitation in pointing to the posts.
That's absolute common sense. There's nothing. Just go for the 3 points. The window of scoring has come in front of you. You might as well take it. Whether it's 7, whether it's 5, whether it's 3, you still got points on the board.
You can see that he had lost his footing there and was almost on his knees. Lakindu Ranasinghe, when he scooped that one back, an unfortunate disciplinary error to allow Wesley to pull further ahead. 11 points to 0. Abdul Hadi making no mistake with a simple kick. And this is where game management will come to the fore. Wesley have shown that they are the better side. They have to just make sure that they manage territory well enough to not allow St. Peter's back.
The attacking lines, the attacking thinking, the attacking angles, you may call it, it's just the attacking has been simply fantastic. Not to be out, not to say that they have not had a very good defensive plan. They have that, but the attacking has been the key. As you mentioned before, the attacking has been nice to watch and good to watch.
Vishenka Silva, the man with the ball in his hand, will need to spark some magic for his team. But the problem for these broken field runners from St. Peter's, SW, Vishenka Silva, Vihan Rusit, and Senuk Dinsara, who was outstanding in a couple of previous games for St. Peter's, they haven't had the platform up front to really launch. Mohammad Fawaz drills this one low and out of the danger zone, but it's a good attacking platform from the for the Peterites now. Their line out has been good. It is something that they have to launch from. They're one man down, they're a big man down in their forward pack with Ratnayak on the bench.
Right play. Right play.
Nicely read that time by Wesley. It was Ranasinghe who was the target. And Wadud will now send it all the way back for Kaiser Lai to find touch just where it all started back again. He's gotten much bigger than he was last season, Kaiser Lai. Nimsara at the receiver position, so you know it's going to be a driving maul. There he is with the ball in hand. But well defended
No,
by
ball available.
Wesley
Ball
once
available.
again.
Release, ball available. Release the ball.
So Gamampila doing well to get out of the way there as St. Peter's use the one-out runners. Into the 22 they go. But the ball has been spilled forward once again. It's been such an error-strewn game.
Crucial. They can't keep possession, and especially they can't keep possession with them when they go in for a little bit of pressure coming onto them. Taking these tackles, they are not even.
Mark it.
All mates.
8 out, 8 Mangkian. Right, ready.
In the front row
Coach.
there. Having a go at each other but also enjoying it. 7-man scrum
Right in.
because of the yellow card for the Peterites. Lai stands and passes to Fawaz, who drills it straight
Get
down
back,
the
get back.
field. And again the ball allowed to bounce by St. Peter's. It's dangerous now. Rajit John.
No.
The
Back
Peters
ball.
chase is good and it's a counter ruck is good as well. And that's criminal from St. Peter's, not wanting to attack the ball. This back three. It's a confidence issue, isn't it,
ball.
SW? They just don't seem to believe in themselves at this moment.
Yeah, you're right. If you see that ball bouncing, the winger number 11 not taking that high ball, all after he missed those two crucial penalties, somebody needs to get him there and say, okay, forget about it, because he's actually watching that ball bounce, and that takes some time to come
Send
back
them
to
off,
yourself. By that time, Wesley are
hurry
all
up.
over there.
Wesley have been exploiting this as we see Ratnayaka coming back. It's yellow card time has elapsed, so it's 15 on 15. Nicely taken that time by Hivin Utmika. Lai for the cross kick.
Number ke mad. Kalap. Captain.
Well, they're really getting under the skin of the Peterites here.
Collapse. Ball collapse.
They've gone all the way back for the collapse small. There's a bit of theatrics happening on this far side.
Okay. Right.
මේ පැත්තේ මුනුත් ගහ ගන්නවා මුන්ගේ නම්බර් 8යි උඹ කැප්ටන්
Hari मार के बेतन सिद्धि के.
මෙතන අරු පොඩි තල්ලුවක් දැම්මා ඒතරයි ලොකු කේස් එකක් නෑ ලිපි කාටි පාත් ඉෂුව එකක් නෑ
ගැහුවේ නැහැ නේ කවුරු?
නෑ තල්ලු බල්ලු විතරයි
Captain. Captain.
Can sense that Vishankar Silva wants something to happen here. He's trying to milk a penalty from that little off the ball stuff.
ආගියු කරන්න ගහ ගන්න යන්න එපා. right තල්ලු කරන්න ඕන. විසිල් එක මොකුත් රියැක්ට් කරන්න එපා. right මොකුත් රියැක්ට් කරන්න බෑ. ටීම් දෙකම කියන්නේ no action. ටීම් දෙකම කියන්නේ.
Referee has so many chats with the captains, but nothing seems to be working. If I was on the field, I would have called the captain and said, okay, substitute yourself with two different leaders.
Yes, you have to ask yourself, how many times there's going to be these Camp David discussions. Nicely taken in the front. And Wesley now get the march on, a few inches short of the line. It stopped once. They're still going.
No. Up.
Wesley pleading for the try. And Pavan Thiranagama emerges with the ball, but
not clear. TM moda.
there's no clear grounding, so they want to have a look. It's a pile of bodies there, SW, but you have to say
TM
that
on field decision not try, not clear evidence. Please check the grounding.
here's Thiranagama with the ball.
Hey, back. Captain. Team में
It's just too many bodies. Let's have another look. Sandharuwan. The team of 3 entrusted with this, so there's no TMO. There's just
Replay करना
a production crew who will help the officials. You can see the ball just there,
Right.
and you can see a blue arm.
Right.
And it's clear evidence to overrule the initial decision. And Pavan Thiranagama, he knew. As soon as he went over, he knew. He's got a big smile on his face, the prop. He's enjoyed this game.
What a joy. Absolutely. They truly deserve every point they scored. The attacking house has been so good, well constructed. Even the driving ball was well constructed till they went over the line. I mean, St. Peter's had no answer to this kind of attack.
You have to say that when a driving maul gets that much momentum, SW, it's very likely that the try is scored. And Kaisalai finds his, Abdul Hadi finds his kicking boots. Maybe change them at half-time. And the fullback puts the icing on the cake for that try from the Amana Bank try from Pavan Thiranagama. One of the few players, when you look at his face, SW, doesn't seem to be too overawed by the occasion. Wadud feels nicely, puts the kick in. And from just inside his 22, that's a really good exit. So this is what we were talking about earlier about the game management. That's the drive and that's the try. The left arm of Thiranagama. St. Peter's have just not been able to get the ball into the hands of Senuth Dinsara in dangerous positions enough. The forwards have been hitting it up, just not allowing the backs to come into the game. Again, a ball spilled off the line out. Yes, that's an
Tackle release.
No release in the tackle. The rip was good, but the assist wasn't. And Ashok Krishan wonders why nothing is going right for the Pete Wrights today.
Wow. Interesting. 48 meters or 49 meters dead in front of the post. 18 points to nil.
Don't move.
St. Peter's down. Anyone look at the scores won't believe it.
Well, the instructions from Abdul Hadi is 3 points would be good, but just thump it as long and hard as you can. Make them kick it back to us. Oh, just under. Just didn't have the legs. The direction was great. And Vihan Rusit now. Got some replacements on the park now to St. Peter's. Dinsara takes him outside the 22, but again, a really nice bit of defensive work from the forward pack.
Taken in. Leon.
Forced to clear under pressure, and it's anybody's ball as it was touched.
Offside. Not forward. Number
Oh
8
dear,
forward.
oh dear. Shanuka
Mark there,
Pereira
mark there.
not able to get out of the way
Number
in
8
time. He
offside.
grabbed onto the ball after it was played by one of his own players and giving away the penalty.
Penalty.
Have to think it's another 3-point opportunity.
Touch. Right.
Well, that's an interesting thought process. They took the one from 49 meters out, but not the one from 30 meters out.
Sometimes you get confused. They will not take all the penalty that is in their path. But after having failed all the attempts,
Number कौन है?
then from a distance, they'll try the 3 points.
Important
Ball.
line out. That's the ball that was played, and it was knocked forward and picked up in front by Shanuka Pereira. Just a little bit of red mist there.
Right on.
Pawan Thiranagama again, making sure he calms things down. Kesar Rahul. That one is sacked by Shanuka Pereira, but referee says that no, it was a collapse, and the driving ball, it's still
Number 1
good.
side entry. Number 1.
That's 2 penalties
Number
now
8 collapse. Number 1 side entry.
for Wesley.
No, mark no.
Well, this could spill over, SW. This really could spill over. It's been brewing for a while. And
Yeah, but I think Shanika, the management should not get onto the field.
absolutely,
The boys there should handle it with the referee.
absolutely, Ranjan Vikramaratne needs to get off the field and leave this to the officials and the boys. Everybody in a yellow bib on whichever side they are needs to get off the field.
Number 6 තමයි මචං පටන් ගත්තේ. ගැව්වේ ඌ තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලා.
ගැහුවද?
ගැව්වා. හරි?
Number 6.
Number 6 Peters number 6. ඒක කාඩ් එක කරයන්න ඕනේ.
Recommendation apa? Yellow.
Yellow.
Captain. Be කොතන place එක කොතනද?
Very clear instructions from the
Captain,
assistant.
captain.
Punching
Number
by
6. Number 6.
Ranasinghe.
अरे वाट गांड बॅ राइट मैं टच कर लेता हूं recommendation. Out.
See if we can see what
Captain.
happened again.
Captain.
Lakid Ranasinghe, very clearly identified by the assistant
Penalties
as
තුනක් තියෙනවා.
the initial assailant.
5 meter එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ මෙතන එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ line එක
හරි.
තුනක් තියෙනවා.
3 penalties අතන මෙතන. අතන.
Punching.
Abdul
Number
Hadi,
6 punching.
no hesitation in knocking this one into touch.
අරවුඩනේ. ඔව්.
Hemachandra this time takes it in the middle. It's a nice wedge formed by the Wesley Ice. They're driving over. Have they got it down? Yes, they'd have. It looks like it's Pawan Thiranagama once again, and he's confident. They'll have another look.
දාලම් බලමු. මොකද එක අතක් යට තිබ්බා වගේ පොඩ්ඩක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි මගේ කෝල් එක try.
Right, get back. TMO.
Want to have a look again, of course. Just want to make sure they get it right.
TMO. On field decision try. Please check the grounding.
On-field decision is a try. So we'll have to be clear evidence to overrule that try being scored. Watch Thiranagama here again. He's in the number 5 jersey. They start on the right and angle across to the left. That's Thiranagama with the ball in his left hand.
Okay නේ. මේ තව ඇන්ගල් එකක් තියෙනවද?
Well, that's an interesting one, isn't it, SW? The Peterite defender will argue all day that he got his hand under that ball. There's no reason why he shouldn't have, because if you watch where he comes in, the ball is exposed to him. That's where he gets his arm. Does he get it fully under or not?
කලින් එක දාන්න ආපාර තව කලින් එක බලමු එකපාර. කලින් ඇන්ගල් එක දාන්න. නාර අතේ එනවා වගේ තියෙනවා. අතේ එනවාද කියලා තියෙනවා.
Watch number 5 on the right of your screen. Angling across. It's dragged down. And is there a hand under there or not? Well, the try has been awarded. There needed to be clear evidence to overrule the try, SW, and I don't think from that angle we could see anything about a hand being clearly under the ball.
So the benefit of the doubt to the scoring team. But nevertheless, they deserve that try because they just drove into the Peterite forwards. They've been doing it right along.
And just wide of the left hand upright, but you've got to ask about Pawan Thiranagama's technique there. He needed to have shifted the ball to the opposite hand, didn't he? When he knew he was exposed to the defense. And I thought the Peterites could have gone in and really put their arm around that ball before they dragged the ball down. Seemed more intent on collapsing it rather than getting under the ball. Vishenka Silva with another kickoff. Here's the try scorer.
Blue back, blue, number 19 back, number 19 back.
Lai. Comes this one right up to the 40-meter mark. That's an excellent clearance by the fly half.
Saraka, the other interesting point there, or what I would like to see, is that the defending Peterite player took him down over. Was it on this side of the line or on that side of the line? If it was this side of the line, you didn't even go under the post.
Wait.
You're absolutely right, SW. I was wanting to come to that as well, because it looked like the collapse started before they crossed the try line. And even if it wasn't scored, it would certainly have been a penalty try.
Wait. Wait.
Especially since they were on a warning for collapsing from before.
Wait.
It's been a stop-start affair, hasn't it? Still 20 minutes to go. Anything could happen. St. Peter's with these mercurial runners, but they do need the ball. It's nicely taken by Abe Gunawardena. Manages to lay it back for his team. Can they do something with this now? Wesley still intent on defending for their lives. Kaman rolling away. And here's a lack of imagination, isn't it, SW? They're using this tactic even in their 40-meter mark. They need to get the ball in the hands of Senut Dinsara. Mohammad Fawaz has done well to cut off those passing lanes.
Okay.
Here's Abdul Hadi now with the chance to run. Spinning out of one tackle. Good work by the forwards to clear that ball, and Lai, who's clearly nursing a bad knee or a bad thigh. Pawan Thiranagama is having the game of his life today. So lovely kick finding acres of space behind Vishenka Silva. Can he work some magic? Ducks under the first tackle, goose steps. Still going Vishenka Silva. Bumps off one but not the second. Hema Chandra brings him down. Here's Revon. Wants to get the ball in a little bit more space. Nice shoveling on. Short passes for Shenuka Pereira. Quickly taken by St. Peter's. This is exactly what they need to do. Vishenka Silva still standing in the tackle, but Wesley ruthlessly bringing him down. Ball has been knocked forward, and It will be another try. Can see that Wesley are sensing blood. SW, they know. And in these games, you can sense, can't you? You can sense when you've got the opposition under your boot.
Number 9.
Yeah, because Wesley has what they have done is they have sent their opponent
Number
into
9,
a panic
number 3.
mode. If you see that quick tap being taken, instead of that they should have gone to the corner, had their line out and worked from there. Instead of that, they took a quick line out. Now they are in their half, own defending with the loosest scrum to them. They sent them into the panic mode. That's the main thing. With 23 points on the board, with one player sitting and enjoying his evening.
Farooq and Sahid go to the bench.
Ready. Coach. Bye.
Replaced by
Set.
Jamal Wahab,
Don't push.
the 21 jersey at halfback.
Up. Tight bind that. Bind to man dega. Right, gun. Right, ready. Coach. Bye. Set. Steady.
Left hand feed this time from Wadud. Looping around nicely, and that's a great pass. Unfortunately, the angle from Abdul Hadi wasn't the best. Again, lots of shoulders going in, just stuff off the ball. Referee Sandharavan really needs to lay down the law here. It's a lovely little move, and if the angle was right, could have ended up in a try.
Yeah, absolutely. Shanaka, St. Pete, Wesley are playing a absolute fantastic game that they have been not doing so for a long time. And that against the defending champions.
Big drive by Wesley there. Really turning everything on here, and it's not been Vishenka Silva's day today. Drops that one cold.
Black ball.
Shanuka has no option. Mohammad Fawaz chatting back to the referee. Realizes exactly what he's done and scurries to the naughty chair. Big tackle by Dasanayaka.
First not there.
Ashok Krishan has had very little quality ball from his forwards, and when he's got it, Wesley has swallowed him up.
Yeah, once again, as I said, panic. They got to move on to their half. They can't run running from that side. And when you're 23 points down with one player off, it's equally balanced now. And the spectators are calling for a high tackle.
Bind. Sit. Steady. Up.
So it's now or never. 14 minutes left, and one man down in the Wesley defensive line.
Ready. Coach. Ready. Hurry up.
This is where the extra man will count.
Bye.
And St. Peter's desperately need to attack.
Steady.
They'll want to try and turn this ball over as quickly as possible. Wadud. Dasanayaka with the short ball to Gammanpila. Lovely tackle on him by Kamil. But they've stolen it back. Dasanayaka, Pawantiranagama stepping in field, making the ball available.
Play on.
Play on is the call as Wadud comes back to the blind side. Nicely stolen that time by Jamal Wahab. It's taken quickly by the replacement halfback, Shanuka. Now they've got some space to run, but instead of running, they've put the ball to boot. And it's gone out on the full. Lucky to have come back. The decision making from St. Peter's has been really panicked and really rushed.
Yeah, that's right. They're trying that. I'm sure they would have never been in a situation like this for a couple of years. Now they're beginning to understand that how you play the game when you're 23 points down.
Got to play some catch-up rugby, and here it is again, just snatching at that one was Vishenka Silva, not finding that desperately needed touch. And Abdul Hadi managing to bounce this one into space. Just hasn't been St. Peter's afternoon. They'll just have to chalk it off as a bad day in the office.
Number 10 out, number 10.
And go back to the drawing board.
Number?
You can see
Wait.
the coaching staff
Yellow card
with the cross of the Knights Templar on their t-shirt. Terence Henry. The team has played like King Arthur's Knights today, you have to say. 23 points to nil against the defending champions. We thought Wesley were the favourites, but we didn't anticipate this margin. And St. Peter's not scoring a point.
Aditya clear na mata magadi kiyanne? Ha hari.
Coming back from
Wait. Time.
the sin bin is Lakindu Ranasinghe. And that's as dramatic an entry from the sin bin as I've ever seen.
Right, time on.
Shanika Pereira to throw in. That time they get it right. It's Ranasinghe indeed. And now Senuddin Sara for the first time getting a chance to run the ball. Here's Vishenka Silva. He's got oodles of space.
Number 7 back. Advantage.
Thumped back in the tackle
Number 7.
was Noel.
Repeated penalties. Out.
And Hemachandra will now reduce
Wait.
Wesley to 13 players. Have we seen the beginning of what could be one of the most dramatic comebacks in schools rugby league history? 13 players have to hold out for 10 more minutes. Hemachandra, we talked about him earlier, how he needed to improve his discipline. And now he's left his team a line-out jumper shot.
Get back.
And renewed energy from the Peters bench. Shanuka still going. Lakindu Ranasinghe dragged back in the tackle, and it's been stolen. So Ranasinghe really with that rush of blood to the head needs to leave it to his backs now. Taken back.
Number 19
and
back. Number
good
19.
game management that time by Shifan Indikab. Vishenka Silva, he's getting to run, but from the worst parts of the field, straight into the hands of Keshara Rahul. Oh, and that's a big miss from the skipper. And another flying high tackle from Kavish Adil. Is lucky to get away with that. Shanuka.
Advantage over.
It's chaos here at Havelock Park as St. Peter's are desperate to score against a two-man down Wesley defensive line. Can this 13 men of Wesley hold out? Lovely inside ball to Vishenka. Vishenka still going, gets it away to Ashok Krishan. Still playing. 61 minutes, 9 minutes to go. Can they hold on, the Wesleyites? It's been knocked forward, the story of their evening. Their best passage of play since the first 10 minutes SW, and then knock it on again.
Knock on Scallo, where St. Peter's are concerned. Absolutely can't keep, but Wesley defense is holding on so well. Fantastic defense by the Wesley forwards, the threes. They're well geared. They know exactly what they need to be doing up there when the ball is around being tossed around. The defense,
Number 2 off.
their concentration has been absolutely spot on.
Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up.
There it is again, that little knock forward. Just been grasping at the ball instead of allowing it to come to them. St. Peter's had a better side than the scoreboard suggests. And this loss won't mean too much because they will still make it. If other results go their way, of course. But not having scored a point, SW, not getting close, it means that they've left the door slightly ajar for DS.
Bye.
Oh, you're thinking about that. Because St. Peter's attack, for some reason or other, it's not making the yards, it's not making the holes. They're not punching it anywhere. And by doing that, they're not trouble the scorers.
In the cub.
Don't charge.
Here's Dasanayake. He's been a rock in the center of midfield today. Nice space now available for Kavisha Dilhara. Try scoring machine. And again, the discipline of St. Peter's letting them down. No option but for referee Callum Sandaruwan to call them all offside. And this is where Wesley just need to play their territorial game. And Abdul Hadi misses touch. Vishenka Silva. Plenty of running, but from his own goal line and inside his own 22. That's not where they want him to have the ball, but that's where Wesley have kept him.
No hands, blue release.
Desperate times for St. Peter's now. They know they have to get a point on the board. No bonus points for them today. Still going, Vishenka trying to make something happen. Jamal Wahab goes to his pod of forwards. Rana Singh battling his way to the floor. Here's Shanuka, the big number 8.
Tackle release, tackle release, advantage.
No release from the tackler that time. And Ashok Krishan for the first time sees a glimmer of light. Takes the gap, but forced to ground very quickly. Shanuka Pereira, the same thing happens to him. Here's Revon Pereira, 1 out runners. They're not going to win this one. Playing this game plan.
Advantage. No, stop. Advantage. Number.
The difference is Wesley in their attacking moves, they dazzle on their feet, they're dancing on their feet. But St. Peter's, on the other hand, with ball in hand, they're just hovering around in one area, grey area. They're not going, keeping it wide where the space, where the gaps are.
That's a wonderful punt by Senut Timsara. Outstanding kick as the crow flies. Made about 60 meters.
Number 11,
Got to
number
ask
21.
why he wasn't entrusted with the touch kicking duties a little earlier on in the game. If he's got
Time
that
off.
kind of a rifle boot on him.
Number 11. Out. Janda buta. Visi dekade.
St. Peter's now with
Visi
a
dekade.
important attacking line out. They have to trouble the scorers in this game. At least for pride, if not much more. Probably time to talk about our player of the game. SW had some excellent performances by this Wesley College side.
Shatak, are they willing to give that award to the 15 or the 22 boys on the Wesley College? They've done absolutely fantastic today. It's very difficult to name somebody.
Well, we are compelled to give a Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match award. I would love to give it to all 8 as St. Peter's now break away from that maul and Revon Pereira charges towards the line. Can they get a consolation score, St. Peter's? They're about 7 meters short.
Get back, get back.
You have to applaud this defensive effort by Wesley. The ball is behind Krishan.
Advantage. 21 offside, 21.
Intikab a little over eager and giving away the penalty, and now the space opens up. A yawning gap opened up for Netchan there, but unfortunately
21, number 21
he
offside.
just didn't see it in time.
Place
But for me, the 2 front rowers, Pavan Thiranagama and Keshara Rahul, who has managed to win the lineouts, been defensively excellent today. SW shutting out this powerful Peters team. Here they go. We say shutting out, but St. Peter's may have the last word here.
Advantage. Number 2 offside. Number 2. Tackle, release.
And the try is scored
Number 2 offside.
in the 67th minute. St. Peter's get the try, and it's Revon Pereira, the dangerous Revon Pereira, always a difficult customer with ball in hand. But for his 2 tries and his defensive performance today and the leadership that he has shown of this pack, I think Pavan Thiranagama in the number 5 jersey is SW's and my Swiss Tech Player of the Match.
He's been a pick of everything, marshalling his troops on that drives, scoring the tries. Defensive work has been absolutely fantastic. Actually, really, in a high-riding team,
Number 2.
it is so evident to spot that talent out. It talks volume by itself.
Certainly does. Commendations also to the rest of the front 5 for Wesley. Unfortunately, we can't give the award to every one of them. Not a huge fan of awarding Man of the Match awards in school rugby to team performances like this. But I'm sure Pavan Thiranagama will know that he has to share this award with the rest of his team. For St. Peter's, though, nobody has really stood out. They've shown plenty of heart, but somehow the execution has just completely evaded them.
Look at the scores we have. There is Royal 29 with that the 7, the final score. Ananda leading over St. Anthony's by 3 points. They're not finished the game as yet. And Isipatana coming out winners 38 points to 27 with Zaira.
Well, that's 27 points that they've conceded, which won't please the coaching staff all that much, especially coming up to a big game against St. Thomas's next week. The other results, of course, going according to what we thought, especially that upset against St. Anthony's by Anand. Still going that game, of course. And 23 points to 5, a really unexpected result here at Havelock Park by Wesley. In what has been a scrappy and bad-tempered game. You can see Pavan Thiranagama once again just arguing the case for peace. He's played the 70 minutes as well, the tight head prop. Keshara Rahul has been given a rest. In an impressive bandage is Hivi Nutmika on this near side flank. So made a shift again. Thiranagama has gone to the tight head side.
Set.
That looked like it was absolutely the right call.
10
Shanika
okay.
Pereira
10
taking
okay.
it quickly.
Get
Flying
back,
into
get
the
back.
tackle, though, was Hema Chandra back from the sin bin. Ranasinghe latches on. Again, it's slow and short yards by St. Peters. Show and go from Ashok Krishan,
Okay,
but
play on.
nothing happening as the steal is good and it's stolen back.
Ruck ball.
Here they go again on the short side. Senut Timsara just managing to elude, but good tackle by Kabisha Dilhara in the end, but he was held
Holding on.
and didn't release the ball. Oh dear, oh dear. Are we going to see more cards in the dying minutes of this game? Abdul Hadi just did not need to go into that contact. The whistle had long gone. And what's a little concerning about this SW is the amount of people on the sidelines who are not part of the playing group who are getting involved in this. This is something that the schools association really has to stamp down on.
1000%. I totally agree. That's where the thing comes in, because you don't know who's in. It can be anybody.
Well, unfortunately, a little bit of an anticlimactic end for what has been a superb performance by the Double Blues, underlining their title aspirations with a comprehensive defeat of the defending champions. Outstanding team performance from them, where we absolutely had to scrape with our fingernails to find a Swiss Tech player of the match, given how good a team performance it was. And that shot of Madhu Gaspe with his head in his hands just signifies the afternoon that St. Peters have had. Tears streaming down the face of Rajit Jion there, who missed a couple of early penalties and will think that what if. But it was a superior performance, and I don't think any of the St. Peters players can blame themselves.
Fantastic
The Double
performance
Blues
by Wesley.
crowd swarming onto the pitch.
Fantastic performance by Wesley. Not to be outdone 23 points to 5. It's joy and scenes where the Double Blue are celebrating after many years. And St. Peters, of course, the defending champions, will come back strongly. That's for sure.
These are the highlights of the second half, and it started off badly with Abdul Hadi knocking over a penalty in the first minute of that first half. Then we had a couple of closely reviewed line-out drives, which ended up in tries for Wesley. And that try would probably have ended up in a penalty try as well. And this was where finally St. Peters got over the line in the 68th minute of the game. They started off really well, but somehow fell away. And Abdul Hadi very graciously knocks that ball into touch and says, "Thank you very much. We'll take this comprehensive win with us." And you can see 3 tries, 1 conversion and 2 penalties, the difference to just 1 try scored by the defending champions Pawan Thiranagama, our man of the match, not just for those 2 tries but for his all-round game, spearheading the defensive effort and the game management that he showed as well from the front row. And a commendable mention to his front 5 as well, and captain Sandul Gamanpela, who I thought led very well, made sure he didn't take a backward step in the face of this dangerous Peterite team, and won the mental battle, SW.
That's right. That's absolutely Fantastic performance. I mean, I don't think anyone will believe that it has been 23 points to 5. We got Ananda beating St. Anthony's up there.
And we've got a really important game tomorrow up at the Bogambara Stadium. Kingswood taking on Mahanama in a must-win battle for both of those teams. Mahanama the surprise package in that group. And Kingswood College will be at home and desperate for a win. But after their performance against St. Thomas's last week, Mahanama will be confident of that as well. Can they go into the Plate Championship in their first year of asking? That's live on thepapare.com tomorrow. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this outstanding game of rugby and a fabulous performance by Wesley. Their title aspirations are very valid given the nature of this performance, and other teams in the top of the other groups will definitely sit up and take notice. And from SW Chang and myself and the rest of the Papare production team, it's goodbye for now.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉස්දින්න ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ද පපර සමගින්
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.